I'm the Dalai Lama of domestic bliss. The Dalai Lama doesn't break his coffee mug because he's gripping it too hard, Leo pointed out. So, how was the night? Did the Great Reconciliation happen, or was it more of the Great Cold War? Elias leaned in, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Your mother is processing. She slept late. That's a good sign, right? People who are angry don't sleep in. They pace. They sharpen kitchen knives. Or, Leo countered, it means she was up until 4 a.m., Googling how to hide a body in a garden expansion. Look, Dad, I didn't want to hear it, but I kinda wanted to hear it. You shouldn't have been so loud. We weren't loud. We were discussing the architectural integrity of our marriage. Dad, please, when you start playing that Lenny White record, I know what the vibe is. It's Barry White, Leo. And it's a classic for a reason. Whatever. His voice is so deep, it vibrates my teeth. Every time he starts singing I Love You Baby, I feel like I need to move out or get a therapist. You guys are trying to talk low, but the walls are thin. I heard the hing laughter. You know, the one where mom pretends you're funny, even though you're not? Elias looked offended. I am funny. I have 3 million followers on X who think my sports puns are top tier. 2 million of those are bots, Dad. And the other million are people waiting for you to trip on air. The sound of clicking heels echoed down the hallway. Sloane Thorne entered the kitchen like a hurricane wrapped in silk. She was the owner of the Gilded Lily, the most exclusive wellness boutique in the Heights, and she looked like she hadn't slept a wink, despite the flawless concealer under her eyes. Good morning, my beautiful, trusting wife, Elias said, over-enunciating like he was introducing the Super Bowl. Sloane didn't look at him. She grabbed the green juice and turned to Leo. Leo, finish your breakfast. Your bus is coming. And don't forget your lunch. It's organic quinoa and kale. No trading it for snack cakes. I'm 15, Mom. Trading kale for snack cakes is my only source of joy, Leo muttered, grabbing his bag. As he walked past his father, he whispered, She's not smiling, Dad. That means Lenny White failed you. Once Leo vanished, the air in the kitchen grew heavy enough to require a permit. Babe, Elias started, stepping toward her. I've been doing a lot of thinking. All night. Sloane finally looked at him. That explains the smell of burning rubber coming from your ears. I'm serious. I've decided to be the bigger man. I've decided to forgive you for not trusting me. Sloane paused, her juice midair. You've decided to forgive me? For your scandal with a woman named Tiffany Vane? She's not a scandal. She's a random person who claims I have a secret love child. It's statistically impossible. I haven't even been to that part of town since 2008. Sloane took a slow sip. Trust, Elias. It's a delicate flower. I've decided to believe you. I'm going to let it go. Elias's face lit up. Really? Thank you. Oh, if I didn't have to get to the studio to interview that egomaniac quarterback, I'd take you upstairs right now and soundproof the room for a 3-hour thank you session. Sloane gave a tight, terrifying smile. Go to work, Elias. I have an expansion to manage, but remember the old saying, trust but verify. Verify? Elias asked, his smile faltering. Oh, absolutely, Sloane said, grabbing her keys. I already have Tiffany Vane's address. I'm going to go verify the hell out of her. Chapter 2. The Hammer and the Heartbreak. The Gilded Lily was currently a construction zone. Dust covered the velvet chairs, and the scent of expensive lavender was being aggressively overwritten by the smell of sawdust and man sweat. Sloane's best friends and business partners, Bianca, a woman who spoke exclusively in exclamation points, and Portia, who was perpetually 5 seconds away from a mental breakdown, were huddled around a blueprint. Sloane, thank God you're here, Bianca shouted. The contractor is here, and he's a situation. A situation? Sloane asked, wiping dust off a display of $200 candles. He's Jackson Steele, Portia whispered, her eyes wide. The Jackson Steele. Sloane froze. The name hit her like a shot of cheap tequila. Jackson Steele, The man who, 14 years ago, had been a legendary one-night wonder in her college days. A man whose muscles had muscles. He's a contractor now, Sloane asked, her voice an octave higher than usual. A very successful one, Bianca said, winking. And he's currently in the back room, looking at a load-bearing wall like he wants to take it out to dinner. Sloane took a breath, smoothed her hair, and walked into the expansion area. There he was, Jackson Steele. He was wearing a tool belt like it was a piece of high-fashion couture. He looked up, and for a second, time stopped. Sloane Thorne, he said, his voice a deep baritone that made the floor joists vibrate. It's been a long time. Comaticio, Domaticio, Jackson, Sloane said, maintaining her professional Ice Queen persona. I assume you've seen the bid. It was high. I'm worth it, Jackson said, leaning against a ladder. I do quality work. I finish what I start, and I remember everything. Sloane's heart did a frantic tap dance. I'm a happily married woman, Jackson. I have a son. A life. This is strictly professional. Of course, Jackson smiled, his teeth blindingly white. A strong, sturdy column to support the roof. Bianca leaned over to Portia. Did he just make a column sound erotic? I think I need a fan. Anyway, Sloane snapped. Do the work. Don't talk to me. Talk to my assistant, Tina. She's 18 and doesn't know any better. I would never forget a face like yours, Sloane, Jackson said, turning back to his blueprints. Even if you pretend you don't remember that night in the library basement. Sloane retreated to the front of the shop, her face flushed. Bianca and Portia pounced immediately. He totally remembers you, Bianca squealed. I don't care, Sloane lied. I have bigger problems. I'm going to Tiffany Vane's house. The mistress? Portia gasped. Sloane, no. You're trying to change. You said you were going to be Martin Luther King Jr. and handle this with peaceful nonviolence. Sloane pulled a jar of industrial-strength Vaseline from her purse and began applying it to her knuckles. I tried being MLK. But Tiffany Vane, he's pushing me toward Malcolm X. Power to the people, by any means necessary. I'm with Malcolm, Bianca yelled, grabbing her coat. Let's go. Chapter 3. The Studio and the Soda Machine. Across town at C Sports Network, Elias was having a midlife crisis in a tailored suit. He was sitting in the green room with his co-host, Richard, a man who had recently traded his dignity for a younger girlfriend named Keisha. She's here again, isn't she? Elias asked, nodding toward the door where Keisha was currently reorganizing the studio's snack bar. Keisha just wants to be involved, Elias, Richard said, looking tired. She says the studio needs feminine energy. She's ordering red drapes. Red drapes? This is a sports studio, not a boudoir, Elias groaned. And why is she spoon-feeding you yogurt? You have hands, Richard. I've seen you use them to hold a microphone. It's Greek yogurt, Elias. It's high in protein, Richard snapped. Suddenly, Todd, the studio's intern, punching bag, ran in, holding a legal-looking envelope. Mr. Thorne, this just came for you. It's from Sabrina Murphy? Elias's heart stopped. Who is Sabrina Murphy? Wait, Richard said. Isn't that Tiffany Vane's legal name? Elias snatched the letter. His hands shook as he tore it open. Dear Elias, I am so sorry for the chaos. Your wife came to see me this morning. She's very persuasive. I told her the truth. I told her we've never met. I told her I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by someone who wanted to ruin you. I'm so sorry. Elias let out a breath he felt like he'd been holding for a month. She lied. I'm innocent. The DNA test was a hoax. Wait, Todd said, looking at the letter. It says Sloane came to see her? Does that mean Sloane didn't trust you? Elias's joy turned to a cold, simmering resentment. She told me she believed me. She looked me in the eye and said she'd let it go. And then she went behind my back to verify? To be fair, Richard said, while Keisha wiped a stray drop of yogurt from his chin. You did once accidentally tell her you were at a conference when you were actually at a high-stakes poker game in